up in the face you're given. Same religion, different dialect. God's children, so we're righteous kept.
Welcome to Battle Royal Entertainment. I'm here with DJ Kaotic Blaze from Rocksteady Crew. We're going to talk about her move to LA. We're going to talk about the album 30 for 30 mixtape. We're also going to talk about how long she's been DJing and her influences. All right, K Blaze, how you doing?
I'm good.
Thanks for taking time with us. I know you're leaving pretty soon, so
I know.
this is your last, your last interview in Florida, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So what I want to talk about is your mixtape that you have right now. Now, the name of the mixtape, I didn't say it a second ago, is 30 for 30.
30 for 30, if women ran hip-hop.
Okay, and how'd you come up with that concept?
Well, basically, if anyone that knows me knows that Tony Touch is a big influence to me. His 50 MCs had me thinking. He just released the second one of 50 MCs last July, I believe. And I was like, you know what? Why can't I come up with something a little bit more geared towards what I want to do, but still have some influences from what he's doing? So I did my research. I was searching and searching, went through all these different MCs. I was like, yo, these female MCs are dope. Let me get them. Let me collaborate with them, get their best work out there, and actually introduce them to the world. Because there's the 30 for 30 mix is actually kind of separated. You have some of the more recognized MCs like Roxanne Shante, MC Light, Queen Latifah. Then you have a little bit of the underground ones like Invincible, Gavlin, Lady Spark. So, I mean, I try to get it from two different angles as far as the MCs, the female MCs that are doing their thing.
Now, you spit on this thing too, right?
Yes! Another thing from Tony Touch. Anyone that knows me too, I break. I love hip-hop culture. I have my own black book.
Yeah.
That's like a little tip a lot of people don't know. But with my verse, my Rocksteady Crew sister, she's like, no, you should just spit. You should just do it. I brought up the idea, and she's like, yo, just do it. And I was like, I don't know. I don't want people to start calling me out, trying to battle, claiming I'm a whack MC. I was like, you know what? This is my mixtape.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Do what I want to do. You know, whatever. So I wrote my verse, and I recorded it on my phone, and I sent it to her, and she was like, yo, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
You wrote that? This was like literally the next day after we spoke about it. She's like, yo, that's actually pretty good. She sent it to Q Unique, another Rocksteady Crew member. Yo, you actually sound pretty good. That's what's up. Just, rehearse it, get the timing on point, put some inflection in your voice, and record it. So,
now who did the track?
The track I actually found because I'm a big Bruce Lee fan.
Yeah.
The sample is called Well, we named the track Chamber 30, but the song's called Chambers. Yeah. And a producer that I found just online because I was just looking for different tracks that had like a Bruce Lee sample in it from Enter the Dragon. Coincidentally, I found that track. Yeah. Linked up with the producer of that track. It was like a go.
So I saw the video for it, which caught me off guard. I'm not a video game fan. Okay. So I saw you guys are doing the martial arts thing. What's the concept behind the video?
Well, Street Fighter. At the time, I had some crazy blonde hair going on, so I wanted to not make it so serious. Yeah. I wanted to be fun. The hip hop that I remember, from the 90s was about having fun. It wasn't so serious all the time. Yeah. So we kind of wanted to portray that in the video. And also for me as well, since I don't consider myself an MC. Yeah. I wanted to show that I have an appreciation for it and I'm having fun while I'm doing it. Yeah. So it just ended up really working well because if anyone that knows my verse, she's a clown. Yeah. And I'm a clown too, so you put us together, it's a rap. So we're like, yo, let's just do a Street Fighter concept.
Is there a chance of any full-blown K-Blaze, my verse project? Full-block project?
Possibly. We are in the midst of working with a track as far as like a Rocksteady Crew kind of track that we feature a couple of Rocksteady members. But you never know, actually. I had a lot of fun recording that song and actually writing. I have a passion for writing, not just with music, but in general. Yeah. Do a lot of narrative writing, and I've written several blogs overseas and stuff like that. So, but with the whole MC thing, it's just another chapter probably I'll end up most definitely getting into.
Now, you mentioned Rocksteady a few times, and if anyone who doesn't know, RSC, Rocksteady Crew, original B-boys from New York, late 70s, one of the founders. Mm-hmm. He knows it, boy. Yeah. One of our founders, Crazy Legs. who I got the pleasure of meeting for the first time a few weeks ago. How did you get with Rock Steady Crew? How did that whole thing happen?
Well, with Crazy Legs, I've known him since I was breaking in New York City in the early 2000s. And once I got injured from dancing, and I would just talk to him randomly just about what I was trying to do with my own thing in hip-hop culture, I mentioned DJing. I'm also part of Hard Body Crew, all-female collective, and we dance, we break, do everything.
Is that here in Tampa or New York?
That's in New York
okay.
as well. And we're more of a collective because we're best friends, and even though some of us aren't active, we're still involved in some way, some more than others. But one of my crewmates, Bongo Rock, she would DJ at our parties that we would promote, and she kind of inspired me. I was like, yo, she's doing her thing. She's a mom. You know, I want to start doing this thing too. I have a love and a passion for music. Why not? And I would speak to him about this, and he was like, just do it, just do it, just do it. You should just do it. You know, get your collection up. You know the music, why not? He blessed me with like one of his old mixers he had in his attic from like 1989. Knobs are missing and everything, and with that I got my turntables actually from my father. He found them on Craigslist, and I started developing my setup and collecting vinyl. This is before I even could afford Serato. This is when I learned how expensive DJing is. You know
now the first set you ever did, when you got the set, okay, I'm doing this, close the door, how'd that first set sound?
Horrible, because I was confused. The selection was ill. I have a good ear, but as far as blending, like learning how to use pitch control and listen to a song, like really deeply listen to a song, is different from just listening or hearing.
Yeah.
You had to really fine tune your hearing, and that's what I learned really quick, especially with vinyl. Once I got Serato, it's still the same process. I mean, Serato doesn't do 100% of the work. It just makes it somewhat easier.
Yeah.
But the same thing applies. And I learned it slowly but surely through that process. And at that time, I was already here in Florida. I really didn't have any connections to any DJs that were doing their thing. So I was really trial and error.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Now, was this home trial and error or out in public trial and error?
Home trial and error. With my connections, because I was promoting and doing my thing in New York for years, I was hitting up everybody. Hey, you need a DJ. Hey, can I spin here? Can I do this? For a long time.
Yeah.
Even the parties that we were doing in New York, we would do a bi-weekly in New York, and I was flying from here to New York once a month just so I could spin at that party.
Okay.
And it wasn't like I was getting paid. It was just so I could have that experience in front of a crowd with the system. Because it's different to spin for yourself and in the privacy of your own home compared to spinning for a crowd.
Yeah.
Two different things. So that really set it off for me because people saw my potential. They're like, oh shit, Blaze is actually killing it. I liked what you did. Other DJs would say, you know, this is great, just keep on doing your thing, keep working at it. And these are DJs that have been spinning 30 plus years. And I'm a newbie, you know what I'm saying? So it's still a work in progress for sure.
Now you said that you're new at it, you got mad love from everybody. Have you got to a point where you think you may enter like any DMC competitions?
It's funny because the last DMC that was here in Tampa, I opened the room. And Christy Z made an announcement on the mic. She was like, "Don't think that you have to cut and do all this craziness to enter the DMC." Which I mean, I like that she said that. But for me, I wouldn't feel comfortable until I got my cutting game to a level where I felt that I was doing DMC justice.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't just enter just with a couple baby scratches, you know?
Blending and that's it?
Yeah, nah. I couldn't do that to myself.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like DMC is, I actually started going to DMC as a dancer just to go check out the DJs and then break.
Yeah.
And that was, Red Alert actually hosted that DMC back in, I think, 2001.
That was the Masquerades.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. I was there.
I was 17 years old in the club.
I ain't gonna say how old I was, but I was up there.
You know, I wouldn't personally feel comfortable rocking as a DJ at DMC without more in my arsenal as far as scratching is concerned.
All right, now what about the dancing part? You said you were dancing before, got injured, started DJing. What kind of, were you like popping, locking? What were you doing?
I was breaking. I was B-girl.
Straight floor girl. Just floor work.
Yeah.
Windmills.
Footwork, flavor, everything.
How would you rank yourself?
House, whacking, voguing. I was pretty all-around dancer, and I don't know, I still get it in at ODS. Like
When?
Well, I guess you don't go all the time.
I guess I don't. I see you DJing.
Tiana.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
Vader or Casper, or you know, being a dancer never leaves you. As far as the competitive aspect, maybe I can't do as much, but I'm already in the process. This is like an exclusive. As soon as I get to LA, getting back on my grind and incorporating both aspects for a show.
Okay.
So it's still in the works, so I don't want to say too much, but
just you yourself
just me.
DJing and dancing?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, developing some sort of a show, maybe 20 to 30 minutes where I'm doing both, so it's more of a performance piece.
And MCing?
I don't know yet.
So you already MC'd on the record already.
Yeah.
If you're gonna throw the B girl in there and throw the DJ, you might as well just make a whole and do some graph too.
At the same time.
Yeah, do all that
oh
exact same
God, what
time.
are you doing?
That's gonna kill it. Now you we got exclusive because you're right now leaving Florida, going out to LA.
Yes.
Do you have any plans as far as career-wise, DJ-wise, out on the West Coast?
Well, I was just in San Diego and San Francisco this past December. I had an amazing time. I was able to rock a Woo Wednesday, a couple parties, hip hop funk type of parties, and it was amazing. The crowd's reception was dope, and I really see, especially the type of music I love.
Yeah.
I really see my platform growing out there. As of right now, nothing's set in stone, but just networking with the people I already know out there and just doing my thing, and just, you know, I can't just go there expecting anything.
Yeah.
Same thing with Tampa. I just can't, even though I went to high school here, I can't just come here and jump on faders and Lesages and blenders and everybody's toes that have been repping here for years. I kind of gotta earn my keep, you know, in a way. I respect that. So same thing with LA. The scene out there is tremendous, and obviously everybody's out there to be somebody.
Yeah.
That's what Hollywood is. So I'm gonna go in there with that mentality.
Now let me ask you this: you mentioned Fader, you mentioned Deacon. Who are like your give shout outs right now? Like who's
shout outs?
Yeah, who are some of your like really like people that may not get that many props that they should get, but DJ wise that you know actually here in Florida and Tampa? Because people may know you, but may not know them.
Man, not too many people know
They
me.
know you, dog. Your name is growing, man. I'm telling you.
Hopefully, but one name I would like to shout out. I mean, there's many names I would like to shout out, but one in particular is Fader and Sandman.
Yeah.
Those are my I don't want to say the word, but my people.
Yeah.
My peeps.
My nizzles.
My nizzles. My ninjas. There you go. Those are my ninjas.
Yeah.
Lesage and Casper always welcomed me in their home, their ODS home.
Yeah.
Same thing with Blenda. All the DJs out here that are doing their thing received me very well and really made me feel welcome. I was the first female DJ to spin at ODS.
I was there at night.
And
see, I do go. I was there that night you were spinning.
That was what was it, in 2012, I believe? Like I've really been able to really open up here, which I'm really thankful for.
Okay, thanks for the interview with Kaotic Blaze, and hit BattleRoyalEntertainment.com, the website, and follow me on Twitter, the Mr. Gray. Also follow Battle Royal Entertainment, Battle Royal ENT on Twitter. Also Ms. Battle Royale Entertainment. That's Melissa Battle, the CEO of the website, and Kaotic Blaze.
Kaotic Blaze, KaoticBlaze, and that's on Twitter, that's on Instagram, that's on Facebook. If you still have a MySpace page, that shit is on there. Google me, because if there's anybody else with Kaotic Blaze, it's straight up fight.